can we look at key rotation algorithms swap out be implemented without disrupting the business operation? Because when you change something, we should not affect the operations that are going on, and business should be as usual, right? So how do you look at that, Ganesh?
Absolutely, Prem. Like, I think in that context, I think we have to understand a little bit on something I'm going to introduce as a term as a non-human identity. So what does this non-human identity even bring in is like, when we talk about identities and where we authenticate, there are multiple type of non-human identities that we use in today. So your API key is there, your secrets are there, your tokens are there. There are multiple identities that we use in our system or within our organization today. On all these identities, as we talked earlier, like it comes with some kind of a validity period or needs a rotation period and all those. In all these things, like one of the important identity that we all have to definitely look at is like the certificate, the digital certificate. Because whenever we talk about an authentication or a higher form of security and higher form of authentication layer, digital certificates plays a very important role. So we all know, like we talk about SSL certificate or WebPKI certificate. All of us are aware that there is a digital certificate attached to it, and there is a domain certificate, and we have a EV certificate, we have OV kind of a certificate. Now, this certificate becomes a very important element in the overall journey. Now, when we talked about moving from a traditional crypto algorithm to a post-quantum algorithm, all these certificate also has to go through a change. It cannot be used by the same algorithm. You may have to get a new certificate based out of a post-quantum cryptography. In all these layers, like the CLM, we call it as a certificate lifecycle management, like that becomes a very important layer within a crypto agility platform. And we have to set up an automation layer around this. Like, why do we set up an automation? Because all these certificates do comes with an expiry period. Like it gets expired every 398 days. For every certificate type, there is a different expiry period. Now we need a platform where we will be able to rotate these certificate in a periodical period, in a periodicity. So the periodicity can be like every year or every month or every 2 months or every 6 months. That can be based on various organizational policies. The periodicity can get, but still we need an automation platform. The another important thing is like when we talked about earlier about the crypto agility, this is where like when you're using an RSA 2048, and I may have to move towards a post-quantum algorithm like a Deletium as an algorithm, which is based out of the post-quantum cryptographic algorithm. We need a single touch point where we can go and do all this in an automation.